Welcome. In this lecture, we're going to be setting up our character's animation player to animate the character as he moves around in the room. We'll come into our player character right here. We'll add a new node, an animation player. We'll call this sprite animator. We'll create a new animation. Call it idle. Set it to 1.2. I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit here so we can see better. Click on the sprite. We'll keyframe 0. Come over to 3 and keyframe 1. Come over to 6 and keyframe 2. Come over to 9 and keyframe 3. And then we'll click this to make sure our animation player loops and play our animation. You can see we've got a simple little idle animation. Save the game. Let's create a new animation. We will call this one run, maybe. Yep, that's what I called it. Set the length of this animation to 0.6. We'll also loop this one. Come to frame 0. Click on our sprite. Go to frame, wait, what? 4? I messed up somewhere in my other animation, didn't I? Come back to run. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. We're fine. Okay, come back to run. Come to frame 4. Key this frame. Then we'll key frame 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll keyframe 7 again because we need another standing one. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 7 one more time, or you could do 4 one more time. We just need another standing one. And if we play this animation, you can see our character now runs back and forth. Doesn't have the gun attached yet. We'll be doing that later. Now we'll do one more animation here. New animation. Call this one jump. We can just set it to 0.1. For size, it's only going to be a single frame. We'll come to this frame right here, frame 11, and key this frame. And we've set up our animations. You can click on the animation tab to remove it. We've got some errors in our output here. Oh, this is a common thing when you're messing with the frames. If you accidentally try and access a frame outside the range, you'll get this error message, but that's not a big deal. Come into here and we're going to get access to our animation player and also to our sprite. So we'll do to onReady var sprite equals sprite onReady var sprite animator equals sprite animator. There we go. Getting access to these two nodes attached to our player. Now we're going to create a function right here before our move function. We'll call this one update animations. We'll need to pass in the input vector so we can tell if the player is pressing right or left. We'll say if input vector dot x is not equal to 0, sprite dot scale dot x equals sign input vector dot x. So we're setting the sprite scale to either 1 or -1 based on our input vector. Technically, well, yeah. The reason we have to sign it is because potentially if you're using a controller, then our input vector won't be 1 or -1. It'll be like 0.5 or 0.8 because there's in-between values in the analog stick. Sprite animator dot play run. So we'll play our run animation, else sprite animator dot play idle. So there we go. We're updating our animations. If the player is moving left or right, then play the run. If they're not moving, play idle. And then finally, this code has to come last because it's going to override the previous code. And it's going to be, if we're in the air, then we're going to play the jump. So if not is on floor, sprite animator dot play jump. So this will override our run or idle animations if we're in the air. And then up here, don't forget, call update animations input vector, pass in our input vector. And now, if we run the game, our character now properly animates as we move around in this world. Pretty cool. That's going to be it for this lecture. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.